Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brian Nemiroff, back with another bullet for you. And we had a few weeks off here, but as the summer season gets started, we're back with the bullet. And first, I just want to touch on the recent labor agreement by the NFL, which at long last came, and the trillionaire owners and millionaire players somehow decided how they could divvy up the billions and billions of dollars. And look, we're glad it's over with. Tired of talking about it, but what we're gonna do as the season moves forward, we're gonna do a little NFL preview, and there might even be a bullet or two each week to look at some key games. But that's down the line. So first and foremost, we look at this weekend, and there's two huge three-year-old races. And first, we are talking about the Jim Dandy at Saratoga. Okay, and we got a modest field of 7 here. Some accomplished horses, but nothing too great. And so, I've looked at this field and I thought I'd zero in on 3 horses that I think are going to run well. And first and foremost, I'm going to talk about the number 3, Brilliant Speed. Now, this horse was an impressive closing third in the Belmont Stakes in the slop that day. But I just think that Tom Albatrani's got this horse in fit condition. He's had a little break since then. He says he's been working well. He's got the pedigree to go further and also the turf pedigree, but he's handled dirt pretty well. I think he definitely fits with these horses. And he seems to fire pretty much every time. And I think you're going to see some kind of a speed duel up front with the 2-horse Dominus and maybe a couple other speedballs in there that want to go with him. And so I think it'll set up perfectly for a closer like Brilliant Speed. He's the one that fires every time, and he's going to be an honest price. Probably maybe like 6, even 8 to 1. All right, so next we'll look at the 6, Stay Thirsty. Now this horse, I was on him in the Belmont. He ran real game, came in second, just lost by a neck to Ruler on Ice. And this is a real horse for course, I think. He loves it at Saratoga. He won here last year, came in second by Bernardini. Bernardini loved Saratoga, won the Jim Dandy, won the Traverse. So I think, Pletcher and Mike Repoli, they really got this horse keyed up. They want big things from him in the second half of the year. He should get a nice stalking trip. If he can settle maybe third, let a couple speedballs go, and if he can settle third, he can get a real good run at them and maybe be tough for the closers to catch. All right, so last I'm going to look at the number 7, Alternation. Now this is a real wise guy horse, kind of. Since he won the Peter Pan, they thought he was going to go in the Belmont, but they skipped it. They wanted him fresh for the second half campaign. By Distorted Humor, he looks like he's got the real classic pedigree. The 1.25 might even be better for him. But again, he's of the closer type. He won't be as far back as Brilliant Speed, so we might get the jump on him. I just personally like Brilliant Speed's kick a little more. But, the way the pace is going to probably be a fast pace, and I think Alternation has a chance to certainly hit the board, and maybe if it all falls apart, he can win. So yeah, the play there would be $1 exacta box. We'll use the 3 Brilliant Speed, the 6 Stay Thirsty, and the 7 Alternation. Okay, so now we're going to switch to the Haskell, which has come up a really nice field here of 8 horses at Monmouth, which is Monmouth's big race. And unquestionably here, I think the horse to beat is the number 5, Shackelford. And we're talking about the Preakness winner here. And Shackelford is just, he's really an impressive specimen. Now, he's grown on me. I really wasn't on him so much on the Triple Crown Trail, but ever since I saw him in the paddock at the Belmont, I was just like, wow, this horse is an incredible specimen. He always shows that speed early on. And look, 1.25 and 1.5 miles is just too long for the horse. So 1.125 miles, what the Haskell is right up his alley. He's going to be stalking second, or he'll be first. It's definitely a speed favoring type track. I think Shackelford is the one that they're going to have to catch, and he's shown his tenacity. He can fight. Shackelford, he'll be 5 to 2, less than that actually. He'll be 2 to 1, maybe even like 9 to 5. But he is the horse to beat. So one that I think actually has a chance to possibly beat him is the number 6 horse, and we're talking about Ruler on Ice, the Belmont winner. Now, a lot of people are going to dismiss him, but if you look carefully, he's really only had one bad race in his life, and he's pretty much hit the board every other time. And he loves the slop. He'd definitely move up if it was rain. But, I think this horse is working pretty well for Kelly Breen, and, he really wants to prove that the Belmont win wasn't a fluke. And, I think Ruler on Ice will be able to sit back farther off the pace than he did in the Belmont, and that will benefit him to make a run. Certainly hit the board, I think, and he'll be an honest price too. I mean, he'll be like 6-1 maybe, totally dismissed with all these other horses in there that are going to take a lot of money that are kind of overhyped, if you ask me. So last, let's look at a real long shot here, and I'm talking about the 7, JJ's Lucky Train. Now, before you think I'm crazy, this horse, he's basically a sprinter, okay? But if you look at his speed figures pretty much stack up against any of them. The only one that rivals him is Shackelford's speed figures. And now, they're going to stretch him out. He's gone a mile once before, and he's run against some tough competition in the past. And I don't know, I just have a feeling, Haskell Day here. If this horse goes off at like 25-1, I think he's certainly worth the shot to put him across the board. And maybe you get lucky. Maybe he hits the exacta. He's by Silver Train, so I think a mile and 1/8 is definitely pushing it. But this horse has a lot of speed, and he's tough. He's raced against tough competition, and I don't know. I just have a hunch about him. So I think it's worth to do the dollar exacta play again, dollar exacta box. We'll use the 5 Shackelford, the 6 Ruler on Ice, and the 7 JJ's Lucky Train. And so we got a real exciting week of racing and football to follow. So we will see what happens.